self-inflicted wounds hurt you?
Oh man, they're all disappointing. You know, I mean, every loss I've ever had is disappointing. They're all disappointing. Nobody, we hate to lose. You know, certainly, this is a bad way to start, and you know, but again, they're a good football team. We're not entitled to win. We got to go earn it, and we had plenty of opportunity to get control of that game on multiple occasions, and we just didn't. And when you know, that's how you get beat. So how do you have 108-0, you know, and then you lose one? Well, okay, crazy stuff happens. You know, turnovers, block kicks, just miscues on some basic stuff early in the game. I thought we settled in defensively there in the second half, but early in the game we just, you know, first game had some missed tackles, some fundamental stuff. We had a couple poor angles. We lost the wheel route twice on a nothing that we hadn't prepared for. But again, I thought we settled in, and we had plenty of opportunities, like I said, to go get control of the game and win the game, but we just couldn't get out of our own way. And you know, you got to finish. But again, there's nothing we can do about it now other than, you know, try to go get a win this week and you know, see if we can you know, put some good momentum together.
Coach, obviously it wasn't one play that beat you tonight, but that fourth down run by Cade was a critical one.
Yeah.
What did you think about the picking up that flag, and would you like to see him maybe not slide in that
Yeah,
situation?
yeah. They didn't pick the flag up. The flag counted, but you know, they made the right call. And yeah, absolutely. I mean, absolutely. That's a learning situation for Cade. He's got to get the first down, and he easily could have got the first down. But once you start the rule is once you start your slide, you're down. And so he started his slide just a little short, and so he's down. And then the penalty. So it's a dead ball penalty, 15 yards. You know, their ball, but it's an after the play penalty. So it's, you know, I mean, they made the right call, and but yeah, I mean, listen, Cade's going to be a great player, but he certainly has some learning stuff from tonight, and that's one that, you know, hopefully he'll file away for not just his time here, but, you know, the rest of his career playing football. Hopefully that's something that he'll really learn from. It's situational awareness, and just, you know, got to go get it.
Dabo, I know a ton of fluky things here. As you looked at it as it was happening, did you find any matchups the way that you matched up with Duke that you came away like, oh, I just wasn't expecting that to be as tough as it was?
No, I thought we matched up good. I mean, I thought we were going to be able to run the ball. We did. I thought we could win the matchup up front. And again, we I mean, it's almost indescribable what I just saw. I mean, it's incredibly frustrating when you have so much opportunity and you know, I mean, just you get nothing. So, you know, I didn't think there was any bad matchups or anything like that. They're a good team. They're good players. And you know, again, they hung in there. But I thought we were kind of getting control of it there in the third quarter, but we just could not get out. We just needed one drive, one score, and then finally, you know, we just. I mean, you can't just keep giving a good team opportunities. Sooner or later, you know, they capitalized, and they did. And obviously the turnover down there with Maffa on the one, that was huge because they, you know, brought it all the way back and got a short field right there and punched it in. So that made it you know, I guess what did that make it, 21 there? Made it 21. And, you know, if we don't have the two chip shot missed field goals there, it's 21-13. It's still a one-score game. You know, so just a lot of missed opportunity. But, you know, matchup-wise, I would say the biggest disappointment was, you know, the opening drive in of the third quarter when we got them for a TFL. I mean, we got, you know, two of our best players, and we got them. I mean, we got him dead to rights TFL, and man, that quarterback just made a great play. I mean, he broke the tackle and went and scored, and. I mean, I can't say enough about that kid. I mean, he played a great game, a lot of heart, a lot of grit. He made some timely scrambles and runs, but none bigger than that one. I mean, that touchdown was huge. And again, we got at least him held to a field goal right there. But you know, matchup-wise, I thought we matched up well. We just didn't execute well.
Dabo, besides all the craziness, which I realize that's the big thing.
Yep.
Did you see any problems out there that kind of caught you by surprise on your guys' side?
No, I mean, I didn't. I mean, I was disappointed that we busted on the wheel route twice. You know, that was not anything we hadn't practiced. You know, I was disappointed we missed a couple of, I thought, easy tackles early, but nothing that, you know, we weren't prepared for. It's not, again, it's not like it was, I mean, this was, if you really watch the game, you know what happened in the game. And we just self-imploded in some critical situations. And, again, you got to finish. And it was routine stuff. I mean, the basics, the fundamentals, you know, ball handling, just some basic stuff, not jumping offside on 1st and goal from the 1. You know, basic stuff. And, you know, that's you know, again, it's the weirdest game I've ever been a part of. I mean, I've been beat. I've had my butt kicked many times in my career, but I can honestly say I haven't. That's one of the strangest games I've ever been a part of.
You guys took no deep shots down the field in your passing game. Was that by design?
Well, we took a couple, but they just played everything on top of us, you know, and that's, you know, so we knew we could run the ball, and we did. You know, they were gonna bend but not break. If you watch the structure of the things that they were doing, we took one deep shot and they had a big deep safety, and you know, we were fortunate right there. But so we knew what we had to do, and we did. But it's kind of like, all right, let's see if they can finish, and we couldn't get out of our own way. And again, we got a lot of yards and a lot of first downs and a really good start to 3rd down, 7 of 15, but we got no points. The name of the game is points. And again, it's just routine, basic stuff that we did not do. And so maybe I would feel better if we just went out there and got stoned, you know, and we were, you know, 1 of 11 on 3rd down, and we got stoned in the run game and, you know, whatever. But, I mean, that's not what happened. What happened was they held up and they finished better than we did in the critical plays that we needed to make. And you got to give Duke credit for that, because, again, they you know, they might have been a little bit, but they didn't break at the end, and we didn't finish. And you look up and you know, you get beat. Just critical mistakes and errors. And, you know, just it's a gut-wrenching thing, man. I mean, it is. You work so hard with these kids. I love this team, though. I mean, I really do. I love this team. I love the staff. And, you know, we've got to stay together, and we've got to bounce back and get back to work, you know. I mean, I know a lot of people probably going to quit on us and give up on us and throw us away. But, man, I ain't quitting, and I ain't throwing this team away. We're going to bounce back, and we're going to get better. We're going to learn from it. I love the kids in the locker room, and you know, we'll stay together, and we'll get back to work.
Coach, easy to lose in all this. The night that Shipley had 6.7 yards of carry, 6 catches, including his first career touchdown catch. He played with a lot of heart tonight, didn't he?
Yeah. I mean, again, he put us in position, did everything he could do. And it was, again, there's a lot of good things. But, again, the name of the game is points. If we punch a couple of those in, we're probably having a different conversation, but we didn't. And had to give them credit. So all we can do is move forward and see if we can go win one this week.
Coach, do you feel like that with the quick turnaround going from Monday night to Saturday, it's a little less than a 5-day turnaround? Does that help in the sense that you can kind of put this one away and refocus and get ready for the next one, and you know, just kind of get those guys settled and get ready to get back to work once you get back to Clemson? Probably.
You know, I mean, these guys are probably, you know, going to be eager to get back out there and play, and this is going to sting and leave a bad taste in our mouth for a while. But again, you know, we all got a decision to make. You know, it's half full or it's half empty. That's the decision that you got to make. And you know, for me, it's half full. Always has been, always will be. You know, that's the only thing I control. is how I think and how I respond, and just, let's go have a good practice tomorrow. So, yeah, it's like a Sunday for us, but it's Tuesday in the real world, and we've got to flush this, and we've got to get back to work. There's gonna be a lot of football, and we got a tough schedule. We got a lot of great teams that we're going to play this year. There's going to be a lot of opportunity for this team, for sure. And hopefully we'll look back at the end of the year, and this will be a game that you scratch your head, but it made us better, and that's a choice that everybody's got to make. The good news is I think we got a really talented team, and I think we got a team that cares. The team that's made of the right stuff, and we're going to find out, as we go and navigate this schedule. But I definitely think, getting back to work right at it tomorrow, Tuesday, and man, let's see if we can, get back to work and find a way. And listen, we have unbelievable fans. Our fans were awesome, and they're passionate, and I know they're incredibly disappointed, as they should be, and mad and angry because we let them down. We didn't get it done, but I hope they'll hang in there with us too. Just we got to stay together, and we got to go win this week. Go win this week, and see if we can keep moving forward.
Did you see what went wrong with the 2 field goal blocks?
Low kicks.
So it was an issue of gun as opposed to protection?
I think so. That's what everybody in the box was pretty much telling me, and that's pretty much what the replay showed. So we'll break it down, and once we see it. But obviously a disappointing start for him as well.
Dabo, what was your message to Kate after the game, and what do you hope he keeps in mind this week?
I just told him, first of all, I love him, and man, this is a tough position, that you signed up for, and there's going to be a lot better days for that kid. I mean, he's a winner. He's a heck of a competitor, and he's just going to get better. All right, and I know there's going to be a lot of anger and this and that, but this kid's going to play football for a long time, and he's made of the right stuff. So, he's just got to lead and learn from it. Like you do. Even if we'd have won the game, we still had plenty of things that we need to grow from and improve. I just loved him up. That's all you can do. I mean, he's hurt. I mean, he's again, nobody has worked harder than that kid, and he is prepared. And for whatever reason, there were some routine things tonight that didn't go our way. But I know the type of kid he is, and I know his heart, and I know he's going to bounce back and continue to lead. And I think these guys will rally. Again, it's a very disappointing locker room, but I was encouraged by what I saw in that locker room from the guys that got to lead.
I know you'll focus strictly on Charleston Southern and next game, but I mean, can you see a path to the playoffs with this team after a night like this?
I'm just trying to win this next game. That's the only path I want to do. I think you just put your head down. If we'd have won this game tonight, there's nothing different. We got to go win this week. So this is college football, man. Anything can happen, right? But ain't nothing going to happen, and if you don't correct some of the things that we did tonight. So we just need to focus on just trying to win a game, and let's go from there. And we know we get 12 opportunities to play, and we'll get what we earn after that. So we just got to keep moving forward.
Any questions for Coach from Zoom?
Dabo, this is Matt. I was just wondering, just overall, just how did you think Cade played, and then with TJ Parker, what kind of impact did you see he had tonight?
Yeah, he was an unbelievable bright spot. I mean, we've seen a lot of great things from TJ, since he got here in January. That's we expected him to play well, and I think he's a guy that's got a bright future for sure. And looking forward to watching him continue to build on what he did tonight. So a lot of good things from TJ. Again, we'll watch the tape, but you noticed him a lot. I mean, he's a very active player. And then what'd you say about Cade? I'm sorry. What was the first part?
Just wondering overall how you would judge the way he played.
Well, I mean, he put us in position, but again, we just didn't finish. And You know, it's just that simple. I mean, there's just a lot of things situationally that he's got to do a better job of. I thought early, maybe the first drive, first series maybe, you know, he missed a pull that probably would have gone a little ways. Ended up being a tackle for no gain maybe. A guy ran us down off the backside. And he's just got to just do the routine things a little crisper. And then obviously, again, the situational stuff like the 4th and 8 and making sure we get that. I mean, we're still in the game right there. So that was a costly deal. But he did a lot of good things. I mean, again, he's a gritty kid. He's a tough guy. He never quit. And, man, I'm glad we got him. And because I know who he is. I know what he's made of. And I know how he's going to respond.
Dabo, we talked a lot about the wide receivers this offseason. Just what did you see from them, and what do you think they need to work on?
Well, we watched the tape. We did some good things there too. I mean, again, it was a situation where, again, they're playing a lot of coverage, and we had to hit some underneath stuff, which we did. We did have a big drop. I think it was Antonio there with a pretty big drop on that. I think it was right before the 4th and 8 that would have either got the first down or made it 4th and 1 or whatever. That's a play we got to make. But you know, we did some good things. But again, we threw for 200 plus. We rushed for 200 plus. So we did a lot of good things that indicate success. But what we didn't do was finish in the red zone and take care of the football. So it wasn't good enough. So everybody's got to take ownership of that, and we got to get better from it.
We talked a lot the other day about that goal board and the goal of winning the opener. Just how do you move on to the rest of those goals, having fallen short in the first one?
Well, if the good Lord wakes us up tomorrow, if we get a safe trip back, you know, you go back to work. I mean, that's how you move on. I mean, that's what happens in life. That's what football teaches you. I mean, you get knocked down, you got to keep moving. You get back up. When life knocks you down, you get back up. You know, you don't stay down. You don't let it define you or destroy you. You let it develop you. You know, and that's a choice. That's a decision. So that's what we got to do. We got to let this develop us into the type of team that we can be. And, you know, the only thing we know we can't do is be undefeated. We can have a great, great year. We know we can't be undefeated. But, you know, that's for sure. But you know what? We can win this week if we'll clean up some things and we'll grow from this moment. So you just got to make a decision that, you know, God is still good. It's still half full, and you know you've got a great future ahead. That's a decision that you have to make. That's how you move forward.
Got time for one or two more for Coach?
When you say basic stuff, I guess, how do you go about trying to fix that with the team when that's the issue?
Yeah, we haven't had any of those issues in practice. It's literally ball handling. I mean, we had some critical errors right there. It's ball handling. It's ball security. It's proper angle. It's just tackling. You know, scallop technique. You know, we had a couple times where we broke down a little too soon, and you know, so it's just back to practice, back to the basics. You know, the basic stuff. Nothing. That's the good. The good news is, if there's any good news, you know. You didn't see a horrible football team out there tonight. You saw a bad result, but you didn't see a horrible football team out there that can't play the game. You know, everything is correctable. You know, that's the good news. You know, we needed to do some things up front. We did. I think we're going to like what we saw up front. Obviously, we had a couple miscues. We needed to be able to you know, get the run game going. We were able to do that. There was a lot of positives in the game, but we just didn't capitalize when we had the opportunities. And ultimately, that determines whether you win or lose. And Duke deserves all the credit for that.
Final one here from Zoom.
Dabo, obviously you'd like to score more than 7 points, but how did you think things went as far as Garrett calling the plays, getting the calls in, all that kind of stuff?
He did a great. I mean, he was frustrated like me. He'd probably tell you the same thing. Never been a part of a game like that. It's incredibly frustrating. But I liked his poise. you know, he just kept going, and he just stayed positive, and he kept encouraging the guys. And I mean, we'd go right back down the field, and you know, we would, you know, have a miscue there. So, but I thought he, you know, again, he gave us an opportunity to win the game, and gave us an opportunity to punch it in multiple times, and we didn't get it done. So, a really strange and disappointing game, but I thought he did a nice job. I mean, he's been really good for us, and I loved his demeanor and his presence and his poise all throughout the game. You know, he never you know, lost hope or anything like that. And I like how he responded to the guys, and you know, he knows we got a chance to be a good group, and not the start we wanted. I mean, again, we got plenty of yards and stats and all that stuff, but we got our butts beat, and the name of the game is you know, finishing when we have opportunities. And so, we'll all get back to work and see if we can find a way this week.
Hey, Coach, we have players available out in the end zone, with Klubnik has just started.